Hello students, welcome to the class of Environmental Science. Today we will start with the new chapter Human Beings and Nature. In this chapter you will study about different environmental movements which are also known as ecological movements. These movements include conservation of nature and natural resources, green policies, worldwide fund for nature, its goals and strategies. Now, let's start with the objectives of the day. The first objective of the day is what do you mean by environmental ethics? Next one is deep ecology, shallow ecology, and the principles of deep ecology. The first question arises is what is environmental ethics? Environmental ethics. It is a moral study of what is right and wrong with the regards to the environment. In simple words, environmental ethics is a branch of ethics that studies the relationship of human beings with environment and its non-human contents. Things like water and air pollution, the depletion of natural resources, loss of biodiversity, destruction of ecosystem, global climatic changes are all part of the environmental ethics debate. It is split into three different schools of thoughts. First one is anthropocentrism, biocentrism, and ecocentrism. So, what is anthropocentrism? Anthropocentrism is a human based ethic which argues that human possesses complete authority over decisions about the environment. Anthropocentric, they are having human centered ideology. In the anthropocentric viewpoint, humans are the favored children of the Creator, means God. They always justify unlimited violence against non-human world. The next one is biocentrism. So the question arises, what do you mean by biocentrism? Biocentrism, it basically focuses on the theory that all forms of life have an inherent right to exist. Biocentrism, it extends inherent value of all living beings. It is an understanding of how the earth works, particularly as it relates to its biosphere or biodiversity. The next one is ecocentrism. So the question arises, what do you mean by ecocentrism? Ecocentrism is a philosophy that recognizes that the ecosphere, rather than any individual organism, is the source and support of all life and as such advises a holistic and ecological approach to government, industry and individual. Ecocentrics, they are having nature-centered philosophy as opposed to human-centered, which was anthropocentric. Most of the environmental policies are ecocentric in nature. They basically focus on ecosystem. The next thing we are going to discuss is deep ecology. Before starting deep ecology, the first question arises is, what do you mean by ecology? Ecology is the study of the relationships between living organisms, including human beings also, and their physical environment. It seeks to understand the vital connections between plants and animals and the world around them. Now, let's start with deep ecology. Deep ecology is an environmental movement and philosophy which regards human life as just one of many equal components of a global ecosystem, stating that the environment should be protected for its own sake due to its intrinsic value. The term deep ecology was coined by Norwegian philosopher Arne Naes in 1973. Deep ecology have a set of new system of environmental ethics that includes preservation of wild plants and animals, control of human populations and simple living. The next thing we are going to discuss is shallow ecology. The first question arises, what do you mean by shallow ecology? Shallow ecology suggests we should care for the environment because it will benefit society. The environment has its extrinsic value. Shallow ecology is also sometimes known as social environmentalism. The viewpoint of shallow ecology is anthropocentric. It means environment matters because of benefits it provides for society. Shallow ecology is an ecology which is totally based on saving the world and environment so that the environment gives benefit to human life in return. Or for example, it believes in saving the forest as trees gives us oxygen, better rainfall, better quality of air, and as tourists enjoy the greenery of the forest to encourage tourism in return. It believes in maintaining biodiversity is not a virtuous principle in itself. Human beings come first in the chain of existence and therefore should have priority. Let's discuss about the various principles of deep ecology. The basic principles of deep ecologies are as follows. First one is the inherent value. According to this principle, well-being and flourishing of both human and non-human life on earth have a value. The value inherent is not dependent on the usefulness of the non-human world for human purposes. The next one is diversity. Richness and diversity of life forms help to realize the value in themselves. The third principle is vital needs. It depends upon humans have no right to reduce this richness and diversity of ecosystem except to satisfy vital needs. The fourth one is population. The flourishing of human life and culture is compatible with the substantial decrease of the human population. Decrease is required in the flourishing of non-human life. The next principle we are going to discuss is human interference. Human interference with the non-human world is excessive nowadays and the situation is rapidly worsening. Next one is policy change. These policies affect economic, technological, and ideological structures. Thus, such policies must therefore be changed. Seventh one is quality of life. There will be a profound awareness of the difference between big and great. Ideological change is mainly that of appreciating life quality rather than adhering to an increasing higher standard of living. The last one is obligation of action. Those who subscribe to deep ecology have an obligation to try and implement the changes. Earth is not only a planet for humans to live, it is the right of every species on the earth to live, propagate, and flourish. Deep ecology takes a more holistic view of the world human beings live in and seeks to apply the understanding to the separate parts of the ecosystem. Thus, deep ecology has fostered a new system of environmental ethics which includes wilderness preservation, human population control, and simple living. In the next video, we will discuss about stewardship of land along with social ecology. Thank you.